charge against him. I think the facts ought to speak for themselves and on a case-by-case basis. I do believe that he has become more conservative, substantively.
I agree with that.
But let me tell you my theory why. I don't think he was ever ideological. He did have strong beliefs on tariffs and trade wars and that kind of thing, and immigration. But he hung around New York liberals, and he thought they were nice guys. They were nice to him, and he's very much a product of he responds to people personally, if they like him and all that. And you can say that's a negative, and I understand. But now he sees the left for what they are. And now he sees who the good guys are, and including the Christians. And I actually think there's been a transformation. I don't know about a conversion. I have no idea what he is, where he is spiritually. But I think he's moved in the right direction substantively and ideologically, even beyond how he's governing. I think he's become to see who the good guys are in this existential struggle for America. I don't want to say that to young people or anybody else that if he's doing something wrong, that it's right. I don't want to say that it is. But I might give him some slack on things that I don't take him that seriously about. So if he says, I want to wrestle somebody to the floor, or he talks about, I don't want him to curse in public, obviously. But if he's combative, that doesn't bother me. I want him to be combative because that's what we've missed, and that's why the base is so. That's why they're rallying around him, because they see. I really believe this, that the conservatives thought, the Tea Party thought that there were no leaders standing up for our values and our ideas. Something that does bother me. I am probably as idealistic as you are. I consider myself a constitutional conservative. I was for Ted Cruz because I saw him as the vintage, pure constitutional conservative. Now, I know Trump isn't that, and he isn't the kind of guy that can give me goosebumps about someone who will read constitutional law and all that. And I didn't agree with these people who I argued with during the primaries that we need somebody who's going to come in and break everything to fix it. Because I believe what we needed to do was return to our principles, our constitutional principles. But since he's been in office, I've had a rethinking even of that. I've come to believe, and it may be rationalization, I don't know. I've come to believe that we did need somebody to really shake things up, because I see, if Ted Cruz had come in, and I still love Ted and I'm friends with him, I don't know that the country would have allowed him to do what Trump has done. Trump is so unorthodox. Whether you give him credit for it, just say that his nature as being so unorthodox has resulted in some things really happening. I don't agree with the people who now analyze it. I think they got it right for the wrong reasons. But I think in retrospect, they were right, that we needed to have things just broken. Not our system. And you're going to say, well, not you, but I say to myself, then how do we restore the purity of our system and the constitutionality and all that stuff? Well, I think we can look to him as honoring the Constitution. I don't agree with the people who say he's so authoritarian. Yeah, he likes Putin because Putin liked him. He might admire tough guys, but he's not doing anything that's a threat. In fact, the only thing he really did, the only executive order that he ever did that I thought was blatantly unconstitutional was when he reversed himself at the pressure of liberals on the border.